And a very pleasant good evening to you. It is 7 o'clock here in the East Coast, and also it's 4 o'clock over in Pacific time or West Coast, and all in between. Hi there. This is Reverend Michael Mangus, and this evening we have a very special celebration of the summer solstice that we are going to share with you this evening. If you would like to, please go ahead and leave your comments up above. I think it's going to be, again, a really good time to celebrate and to be aware of the message of the season and all kinds of wonderful things. So, yeah, good to have everyone. If you're checking in this evening, please leave a comment. Good evening, Wayne Baldwin. Of course, he's here. Our space cowboy. If anybody else would like to check in, we'll acknowledge that a little later on. Today, what we're going to do is we are going to explore the meaning around summer solstice and how we can use the power of light in our lives. Change just one thing here. Just go ahead. There we go. The word solstice comes from the Latin word solstinum. It's a combination of two words. It's sol, meaning sun, and stinum, meaning stop. So you put those two words together and you get the meaning. This is the period of the year where the sun appears to have stopped or paused or have halted. From Wikipedia, we find that solstice is also known as midsummer, Midsummer's Night Dream, remember that, and occurs when one of the Earth's poles has a maximum tilt towards the sun. And it happens twice a year, once in each hemisphere, that's northern and southern. And for that hemisphere, the summer solstice is when the sun reaches its highest position in the sky and is the day with the longest period of daylight, which is today. The summer solstice occurs during the summer, and this is the June solstice in the northern hemisphere and the December solstice in the southern hemisphere. Depending upon the shift in the calendar, the summer solstice occurs sometime between June 20th and June 22nd in the northern hemisphere, and between December 20th and the 23rd in the southern hemisphere. And the same dates apply in the opposite hemispheres, and they are referred to as the winter solstice. Now, since prehistory, the summer solstice has been seen as a significant time of year in many cultures and has been marked by festivals and rituals. Traditionally, in many temperate regions, especially in Europe, the summer solstice is seen as the middle of the summer, and again is referred to as midsummer. Today, however, in some countries and calendars, it is seen as the beginning of summer, like in our country. Now, I know that the unofficial beginning of summer is over the Memorial Day holiday, but this is the official start of summer. So let us all understand this, that our ancestors celebrated and were very aware of the change of seasons. The summer and winter solstice is about light. So the winter solstice symbolizes the return of light after the darkest day of the calendar. And what's going to happen now is that after today is that the every single day now until the end of the year, until the winter solstice, is that there will be a few minutes shaved off each day of sunlight. The summer solstice represents the whole idea of living fully in the light with the longest day of sunlight during the year. So today what we're going to do here is to explore together the power of light and how to live from the inner light that is in all of us. From ask-angels.com, at the time of the summer solstice, the sun is the farthest north that it ever gets over the equator. Now, when this happens, it is a time for energetic opening. So there is so much celestial potential during this time as the sun brings energy, warmth, and light into our lives. Symbolically, the summer solstice represents enlightenment, awakening, and the triumph of lightness over darkness. And during the time of the summer solstice, it is a time to celebrate forward movement, advancing further into light, and also remembering and honoring the intrinsic light within yourself. Summer solstice is also about expressing gratitude for the gifts of harvest, connecting with nature, and incorporating your awareness of the connection between wealth, health, and natural living. And I really like what medium Natalia Kuhn wrote on her website. She says, "This is the day of the year when the sun is at the highest point over the equator, so the farthest north. Energetically, again, there's an opening up, like a portal of positive celestial potential." So many ancient cultures, such as the Mayans, the Essenes, the Druids, and the Egyptians, who understood the spiritual significance of this natural event, what they did was they built temples or structures that captured the divine moment of alignment. And there they would participate in sacred ceremony. So an example of this is the head of the Sphinx at the Great Pyramid of Egypt. It's crowned by the sun at the summer solstice. The powerful revealed sun brings in a wonderful influx of intense high energy light and warmth. And that's also symbolized by the light of God or the Creator, pure life force energy. The summer solstice is a celebration of the return to light, and so it is powerful, and it is a reminder to us of the light that's within each of us and of the full potential of our individual, as well as the united light or the Christ consciousness or our cosmic sense of unity. This time of year is about awakening or reaching enlightenment as an omnipotent symbol of ascension and the ultimate triumph of light over darkness. So from the Native American tradition, all four seasons are important in the cycle of life. The direction of summer is south and is represented by the color red. Summer is a time of heat, of balance, of warmth, and also growth. So light is also a symbol of empowerment, enlightenment, healing, and knowledge of the Creator God. Did you know that the word light is mentioned 269 times in the New Living Translation of the Bible. That's a translation I use when I quote scripture. So from Genesis 1, it says this: the Creator's supposed first words were, "Let there be light," and there was light. So, of course, for those of you who are familiar with the science of mind and spirit, Dr. Ernest Holmes had a few things to say about light, and he wrote this in the glossary of the Science of Mind text. He said, "In flashes of illumination, the inspired have seen into the very center of reality. They have brought back with them a distinct impression of what they have seen and felt. A glimpse of this reality illumines the whole being with a flood of light." Holmes wrote that every mystic has had this experience. Jesus was the greatest of all mystics. And once, and at least after a period of illumination, his face was so bright that his followers could not look into it. So in the moments of deepest realization, the great mystics have sensed that the one life flows through all, and that we are all some part of that life. They have also seen substance, which is a fine, white, brilliant stuff, capital S, forever falling into everything, a substance that is indestructible and eternal. And at times, the realization has been so complete that they've actually been blinded by the light. So light was the first great revelation of the divine creative energy. Again, I'm reading from Ernest Holmes. That called all living things into being. Let there be light, and there was light. There is healing light in the rays of the sun, which we term a physical light. And there is healing power in the wonderful high-powered lamps. But how much greater, and this is what I want you to think about this evening, how much greater is the healing power which Jesus recognized in himself and in others? And again, another quote says, "I am the light of the world," from John. "He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." Another quote is, "I have set thee to be a light. He that loveth his brother or sister abideth in the light. And the sons of God without rebuke, ye shine as lights in the world." White light is a power symbol to use in healing and also personal protection. So if you're having a healing challenge this evening, see the light of spirit restoring that area or condition. And again, all we're doing is we're seeing that which is already there. Again, if you're feeling depressed or sad or wounded, invite or invoke light into those supposed dark areas. So see the light of spirit healing those emotional areas of your life that seem dark or uncomfortable. Light also represents substance. See the white flakes of substance form and shape itself into whatever that you want or desire in the moment. From The Voice Celestial, which was Dr. Holmes's last book, along with his brother Fenwick, the voice of presence tells the far that we can pray for the light of cosmic consciousness. And if we pray believing, we shall receive the experience. Science of mind is not just about manifesting stuff. Yes, there is the metaphysical part of the science of mind, but it's also the mystical path that was inspired by the mystic Emma Curtis Hopkins, who imparted to Dr. Holmes mystical consciousness by just being in her presence. So, where is this light? Where is it? Well, it's within us waiting to come forth. So, where is this light within us? So, the ancients have all talked about the spot behind our heart as being the secret place of the Most High. And from the Hindu tradition, it's called the heart chakra. And from the Christian tradition, it's called the Sacred Heart. There is that pilot light within us that is always there and can never be extinguished. We individually allow ourselves to feel the love of God for us and also allow that love to fill our whole bodies. So, from Paul's second letter to the Thessalonians, in the 4th chapter, he wrote this: For God, who said, "Let there be light in the darkness," has made this light shine in our hearts so that we can know the glory of God that is seen in the face of Jesus Christ. We now have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. This makes it clear that our great power is from God and not from ourselves. So we are one with this great power of the universe. And no, we are not the transcendent God or spirit. However, the great light lives its life in and through us. Ernest Holmes wrote that it was in all of us to become divinely individualized through the Christ consciousness that is available to everyone. If you're wondering what you've stumbled onto this evening, hello there. This is a special broadcast here on the New Thought Media Network. I am Reverend Michael Mangus, and we are having a celebration of the summer solstice. If you do have a question, please go ahead and put it in the comments. All right. So, what I'd like us to do now is to prepare for meditation. And this meditation that I'm going to read this evening talks about not only the light, but also what we can use the light for, which is that we can go ahead and we can allow ourselves to live in that light. So, what I'd like you to do now is just to be comfortable in your seats, close your eyes, take a deep breath in with me. Inhale and exhale. That's right. Inhale again and exhale. Just observe your breath here. Don't force anything. Once again, inhale and exhale. So let your breath now become normal and natural, and feel it and become present with the ebb and flow of the breath. So as you breathe normally and naturally, begin to breathe even deeper. Send that breath into your lower lungs and into the belly. Breathe in, breathe out. So with each inhale, take in the cleansing light. And with each exhale now, let go of all the dense, heavy emotions, the heavy energy that you've been carrying. Breathe in light and breathe out any heavy emotions or energy. So visualize yourself in your mind's eye now as crossing a bridge. So the land that you are leaving on one side is the past. The land that you are approaching is all that awaits you now in the future. So the bridge represents all that is right here, right now, in this moment. So be present on the bridge with yourself. And as you are on the bridge, ask yourself this: what does my future look like? What does my future look like? Who and what is coming with me into the months ahead? Who or what am I leaving behind? What new opportunities, experiences, jobs, and connections do I wish to experience? Ask yourself those questions. As you leave the past behind, what do you want to experience in the future? So continue to visualize here what it is you seek to create as you continue to breathe in the light and you let go of the dark. Breathe in the light and let go of the dark. So ask the universe or your understanding of God or the Creator now to show you the path forward as you release all the pent up emotions of the past to the fire of the solstice. So see this brilliant fire in front of you and allow those emotions of the past, the pent up emotions, the anger, the sadness, the hurt, the trauma, to all flow into this fire and to be transmuted, transformed. So continue now to breathe in the healing warmth of this summer sun. So when you feel complete, take a moment to bow your head in gratitude to the earth, to the light and all that is. If you want to dig your bare toes in your imagination and hands into the grass, and take a moment to feel the energy of the earth. Find gratitude in this moment. So just feel it. Heal from it and be present. It just might be the very key to the door of infinite possibility. So let me end here with spiritual mind treatment. So as we breathe in and breathe out, we know that beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is only one one presence, one power, one life, one activity that is everywhere present. It is everywhere powerful. It is everywhere all knowing. It is everywhere active. There is no spot that God is not. And I recognize this one presence and this one power in me and also in you. For we are emanations of this one life, this one activity. And what makes us special is that we are aware. We have awareness. We can use this awareness now to create the lives that we desire. So I speak my word this evening, or I speak the word also for anyone watching. And I just now know that there is nothing that blocks us in the past. The past is a past, and it goes back into the nothingness from where it came from. For I know this, that from this moment on, we live in the light. We allow this light of love, this light of creation, this light of life to flow in and through and as us. We allow this light to illumine our hearts. We feel the presence of spirit everywhere we go. We allow this presence of spirit to go before us, making clear the way. We just now know that the presence of God in us heals us and prospers us, brings forth new and wonderful relationships, new and wonderful friendships, new and wonderful partners. We allow ourselves to dwell in what we want because we know that we are unlimited. We are one with it. And as we align with it, we just now know that all is well. So as we celebrate today, the summer solstice, we allow that light energy to be with us, as us, and through us. We allow ourselves to live fully in the light, to not be in the darkness of race consciousness, but to allow ourselves to be illumined in all ways. So we know that we are blessed. We are prospered. I am blessed. You are blessed. We are blessed and prospered. Everyone, again, experiences this power, this presence, this life of spirit. And we go forth from this time here, recognizing the light of God as us, in us, and through us, and recognizing the light of God within each and every one of us. So for all of this, I just give great thanks. As I say, thank you, Infinite Spirit. I know that this is done now, right now. And with my heart filled with gratitude, I release this word into the creative law, knowing it's already done. And so let's all say together, and so it is. Well, that's all I have for this evening. Again, I'd like to wish you and yours a very happy summer solstice, a very happy summertime. I know that I have a busy summer planned here. And I'm going to ask a real big favor of you. If you have not done this, I'm going to just ask that you go ahead and to help us out here at the New Thought Media Network. We are doing so many wonderful things, and we have so many wonderful things that we are going to be telling you here in the next few weeks. But what I'd like you to do is this. If you have not donated in the past, what I'd like you to do is to go to ntmedia.org ntmedia.org. There, you can give a very generous one-time gift. Or if you would like to do like I do, you can be a sustaining donor. Every single month, a certain amount of money comes out of my account automatically. And again, that really assists us here to get the message out there, the empowering message of the light. So if you could, again, go to ntmedia.org/donate. All right. Well, that'll do it for me this evening. Again, thank you so very much. Join us with all our wonderful programming here. So happy summer solstice. I wish you all, again, the blessings of spirit. And I know for you that this summer is going to be absolutely wonderful for you in all kinds of ways. So from all of us to all of you, again, thank you so very much for joining us this evening. And we will see you soon here on the New Thought Media Network.